Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to In.The.News. Live news and commentary from around the world by your host, Holy Joe Rock and Roll.
Hello everyone and welcome to In the News. I'm your host, Holy Joe Rock and Roll, and I'm coming at you live and unscripted. Hillary Clinton, the results are in, and the statement by FBI Director James B. Comey yesterday is a sad commentary on how corrupt the United States government has become. In his statement, and I'm not going to go through much of it, it's a long-winded statement. They found so many lies in what Clinton has said. And the bottom line, you might say, is that they didn't find enough evidence to indict her on any wrongdoings. But according to the interpretation of any secrecy laws or laws regarding proper handling of classified information, she violated all of these rules. And they are criminal offenses. The standout statement, which probably will go down in history, is that they said that what? That extremely careless. That Clinton was extremely careless in the implementation and use of email servers. You know, I did an email earlier, and I'll put a link to it here. I did an email probably a year ago about this whole email scandal and how ridiculous it is. We knew Hillary was lying from the get-go. Anybody who uses any smartphone, an Android or an iPhone, or even most feature phones, you know if you have email and multiple email accounts, maybe you have, I don't know, a Hotmail account, maybe you have a Gmail account, you know damn well how easy it is, relatively speaking, to have multiple email accounts on a single device. And she said, I opted for convenience by having one device. And we know that was a lie straight up because she had both a BlackBerry and an iPhone. So already she has two devices, which doesn't mean anything. You can have multiple email accounts on a BlackBerry, you can have multiple email accounts on an iPhone. Extremely careless. We're talking criminal. The criminality is just so apparent that it's just shocking that the FBI did not call for some kind of charges. Look, General Petraeus, a badass who really did well for the country and presided over the surge in Iraq, which stabilized the country, he basically gave some secret information to his girlfriend. Probably she was a Baghdad 10. You know what I'm talking about? When she's in Baghdad, she's a 10, but when she's back in New York, she's a 4. Whatever. Gave her some classified information that she was going to put into her book. And actually how they got him, from my understanding, is they didn't get him on that. Okay? What they got him on was after he came back to the U.S., he was retired, he had some personal journals which contained some classified information. The FBI seized that, and based on that is when they opened up a can of whoop ass on General Petraeus, okay? And really destroyed any future career for him. I mean, they did drop the charges from a felony to a misdemeanor, but come on, that's what he did. This is a great guy, all things considered, okay, what the service that he did for the country. Now, Hillary, who has really there's no really objectively speaking, there's no talent, there's no, what did she do? What did she accomplish? There's no objectable accomplishments in her history. As a U.S. Senator, as First Lady, as what? There's just a trail of scandals. And it's really impossible to believe, that nothing was done to prosecute her, or that stronger language was not even used. Extremely careless with the emails. That's incompetence. That's straight up incompetence. And it also suggests corruption, straight up corruption. That the rest of her emails will be held for 27 months before they'll be released. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. You know, the Freedom of Information Act is requiring that these emails be released, but say they're going to hold on to for like 27 months. That's just ridiculous. Now, on a side note, as you may know, I have written and produced 2 pro-Trump songs. One of them's here. It's called DJ Trump Make America Great Again. And the other one is here, which is All Aboard Trump Train. 2 different genres. I'm not boxed in by any genre or musical style, but I've created 2 songs that I hope you'll listen to. And I noticed that there are a lot of pro-Trump tribute songs. There's a few parodies that are negative, but there's a lot of pro-Trump, you know, just individually produced, created music and videos pro-Trump. I looked for pro-Hillary videos, and I found that there was one countrified video that was actually created for the campaign, so paid for by the campaign, which was horrible, man. It was horrible. And I looked for any other Hillary songs, pro-Hillary songs, and there was maybe 2 out of 10 that I saw, and they were actually very horrible. One of them was just saying break the glass ceiling, vote for Hillary because she's a woman. There was nothing about her accomplishments. All the Trump songs basically parrot what Trump has been saying on the stump, on the speeches. You know, secure the border, bring the jobs back, deport illegal aliens, build up the military, right? That's really promoting what his message, his core message was, you know. Whereas Hillary's, the pro ones were basically, she's a woman, break the glass ceiling, it's time for a woman. There's no reference to any of her accomplishments or anything like that. And the other 8 out of 10 were all just really chronicling the history of scandals and making fun of her. And it was, I mean, it's really interesting to see that from the grassroots level, there is a lot of enthusiasm and passion coming from Trump supporters. You don't see it on the Hillary side. You definitely do not see that. So I'm going to call this election for Trump. I actually think it's going to be a blowout for Trump. I honestly think that a lot of these swing states are going to go for Trump, and maybe even some dark blue Democrat states will flip over. So, I mean, I think there's just a lot of grassroots, you know, heart of America. We're tired of this stuff. And I honestly feel, based upon sort of that anecdotal evidence, that the grassroots, that I think Trump is going to win. That there have been some commentators that are saying that Trump will lose. It's a fix. The fix is in. But I think if obviously, just like in the primaries, if he wins big, it's going to be impossible for anybody to take this away from Trump. So if you haven't registered to vote in November, remember it's the second Tuesday of November, you got to do it now. You got to do it now. If you're outside of the U.S. and you're eligible to vote, you can vote absentee. I explain how to do that in another video. I'll put a link to it here in case you don't know how to do it. It's just a website. You authenticate yourself, and you can be registered in the state that you're from. Shouldn't be too late for most states. I mean, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, look, just register if you haven't already, and be prepared to vote. Vote for Trump so that we can make America great again. I'm Holy Joe Rock and Roll, and in order to make America great again, you got to make it happen for the captain, because remember, you're the captain.
Thank you for watching In the News, a feature of HJRR TV, and presented by the Reverend Dr. Holy Joe Rock and Roll. Please rate us, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to this channel for more In the News.